because she started moving in closer, I'm like, oh, she wants this to happen. So I move in closer, and then she moves in, and then I move in. And
tipping the scale, shawty won't fuck with a nigga to fail. I had to go ahead and cop me a fit, cause I caught me a chopper, that brand new apparel. Shawty want me to suit down like a sparrow. I am not Superman, I am no hero. Tunnel the vision, I'm seeing through barrels. I know that they hate.
One of those trips that you thought was gonna be like boring, but turned out to be like not crazy, but like it was just unexpected. Like you didn't think any of this was gonna happen. It was me, my dad, my brother, and a couple of other people. I didn't think it was gonna be that fun. I thought we were gonna go out there, hike the trail, come back, and that's literally all I was expecting, right? We pull up to the hotel. It's a nice hotel. They have breakfast in the morning. It's some kind of inn that we're staying at. We get there mid-afternoon, almost nighttime. The hotel had a gym, a jacuzzi, a pool. It was open 24/7. So this was the best news for this whole trip for me. So I'm like, you know what? This might be a good trip. You know what I'm saying? So me, my brother, and the other dudes that were around our age were like, we're gonna go to the pool because we not doing nothing in this hotel room. So we all head to the elevator, get in the elevator to go down to the pool. While we're in the elevator, one of the dudes makes a little joke. He's like, honestly, bro, I came out here to mess with some females.
Cap.
My game back then was and it just wasn't a good sight to see. So I wasn't always the one that was like ready to go talk to females because I was nervous. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was always nervous. So we get out of the elevator, right? And we're headed down to the pool. And I'm telling you, the pool area was the best thing about the whole hotel. This trip is turning out to be okay. I get out, I sit in the beach chair. All of a sudden it gets quiet. And then this girl walks in, bikini, towel. The pool gets quiet. She came down there by herself, seeing that there was a pool full of guys, and still decided to come into the pool area. So I'm just like, mental note taken, you know what I'm saying? All the dudes immediately like get out of the pool, hop into the jacuzzi, because they knew that she was about to get in the jacuzzi. And I'm just like, bro, like y'all acting way too thirsty. So while they're acting thirsty, I'm still sitting in my chair. I'm still chilling, relaxing, maxing, all cool shit with some b-ball outside of school. You know what I'm saying? So I'm chilling. They hop in the jacuzzi. She gets in the jacuzzi with them. And I'm just like, She wasn't scared at all. Bunch of black guys in the jacuzzi, and she just hopped right in.
She belongs to the streets.
So I'm like, cool. Taking mental notes in my head. Boom, she hops in with them. They start talking her head off, bro. You got to stand out in these type of situations. I knew immediately that I was gonna get her number by the end of the trip.
My nigga.
I just didn't know how yet. So I'm plotting game in my head. I didn't want to hop in the jacuzzi while she was in there with everybody. I wanted to separate myself. I didn't want her to think that I was just part of the group. I wanted her to think I was different. You know what I'm saying? They're in the jacuzzi. They are annoying the hell out of her, as I thought it was going to be. She gets out of the jacuzzi. Boom. She's only sitting one chair away from me at this point. She's taking like a whole bunch of selfies of herself. And I'm like, how can I insert myself into this conversation with her, right? So as she's taking pictures, I said, oh, dang, I want a picture. I slid it in real smooth, and I'm testing her to see what she's going to do. And I just set it slightly, threw it in there. Dang, I want a picture. Boom. Now the ball is in her court. I did this because I wanted to see how she was going to react to it. If she reacted to it in a creepy, weird way, then I knew to back up. But if she came in, if she leaned into my question and was like, oh, do you want a picture? Game on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting back. I'm trying to see how she's going to react to this. And she's like, oh, you really want a picture? And I'm like, game on, bro. She's one chair away from me. She slides over. Boom. Now she's no chairs away from me. She is in the zone. She in my space. I got her in my space. She tries to take a picture. I'm like, oh, that's too far. So she comes in closer. She's like, oh, wrap your hand around me so she can take the picture. I'm like,
What are you doing?
Who mans is this? Get him the fuck out.
I put on one of those faces, you know what I'm saying? And then she sees the picture. She's like, she looks at the picture. She's like, oh, I wish I could post this. And I'm like, why can't you post it? She's like, cause I have my brothers on Snapchat. And I'm like, oh, how many brothers do you have? She's like, 6. I'm like, that's a lot of brothers. I hope they're not here because I'm not trying to deal with that. So we're about to leave to go upstairs. And then I notice I forget my towel. So I go back to get my towel. She's like, oh, did you want to take down my number? I'm like,
Got him. Got him.
So I'm just like, cool, yeah, I'll take your number. And then I went upstairs. I get a text at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Bing, she sends me her room number and she's like, me and my friend are up here. And at this point, I'm like, that sounds a little fishy. And I'm too cautious. So when she said that, I'm like, oh, I'm going to go up there. They're going to try to rob me. I just got those kind of vibes, right? So I see the text at 2 a.m. I just put my phone down and go back to sleep. Nothing good happens after 2 a.m. Just go to sleep. Our checkout time was at 10 a.m. I wake up at 8 o'clock. I text her at 8 o'clock like, sorry, I didn't see your message last night. I seen her message, but I just didn't want to go. You know what I'm saying? She takes about 5 minutes to text me back, and she says, do you want to come meet me down by the pool? And at this point, I don't drink. I drank, but like, I don't drink with strangers, if that makes sense to you. So I'm like, so I hesitate for a minute. Everybody is still asleep, right? All the guys, it's just me. So I'm like, are you gonna be at the pool by yourself? She's like, yeah, I'm gonna be at the pool by myself. Did you want to come have a drink? I'm like, sure. So I don't wake anybody up. When I get to the pool, this girl has a 6-pack of Corona, and she is wearing what I can only describe as nothing. She's wearing something, but it's nothing. Like if the wind was like it, you know what I'm saying? Like one of those, right? She's sitting in one of the beach chairs. So I sit next to her in the beach chair, and she was like, yeah, it's both of our last day out here, playing the whole sad story. I'm just like, oh, that's crazy. And then as she's like telling me, like, we both like connect eyes, and it's like one of those moments where you're just like, I think we're gonna kiss. And I'm looking at her, and she's looking at me like a lion looks at a gazelle. You know what I'm saying? Face to face. I take a deep breath, and she's moving in closer, and I'm just like, oh, this is about to happen. My heart is beating so fast. But you know what I'm saying? I got to play it cool. You know what I'm saying? Because she started moving in closer, I'm like, oh, she wants this to happen. So I move in closer, and then she moves in, and then I move in. And magic happens, man. Magic happens. Everybody is still asleep upstairs. I came down here by myself, right? But then it goes from just kissing to frisky activity. You know what I'm saying? As we start to get frisky, all the dudes that was in the jacuzzi last night with me come rushing in the pool room with me and her getting frisky, and she just hops up and sits down. And I'm just like, oh, why did y'all have to come in here right now? They walk in and they're like, oh my God, Sadiq, we knew you was gonna do this, bro. They was like, I was talking to her. And I'm just dying laughing. So they're like, hey, you guys wanna come to the gym? Boom. So we get to the gym. Everybody is working out. Everybody is like pumping iron, boom, boom, boom. And I sat down on a bench to try and work out. And then she sits behind me and starts giving me a back massage. And everybody gets so much, they're like, oh my God, Sadiq, why did you have to ruin this trip for us? And my trip just got like 100 times better. Like, this girl's giving me a massage. She is like stuck to me, almost like I took for her virginity, but I didn't. Like, we didn't even do anything. But she is on me, bro. And I'm just like, I'm like, this turned out to be a pretty cool trip. So my dad is calling me at this point, and he's like, all right, you guys, you know what I'm saying? It's time to go. Wrap up your workout and get back up here so we can go. So I'm just like, all right. So I tell her like, hey, we're about to head out. I was like, she was like, when are you going to be back in California? I'm like, probably no time soon. So she's like, okay, here, take my Snapchat, take my number. She was like, hit me up. So I'm like, all right, I will, probably won't. So we check out, we go do our hike. And on our way back to Arizona, she's texting me on Snapchat. She like sending me pictures, you know what I'm saying? All this kinds of stuff. And it was pretty cool. So we probably kept in contact for about like 4 days. 4 days is like, it took for us to like dissolve that vacation relationship, you know what I'm talking about? So everybody's in the car quiet, and they was like, bro, you really made out with that girl? That's crazy. And my dad hears it, and he's like, wait, what? You made out with a girl? And I'm like, it's a long story, Dad. He's like, why would you do that? You don't know these people out here. You don't know. And he starts going in, and I'm just like, my vacation was fun, bro. I had a good time. It was a nice little summer fling. It was a nice little vacation fling. I wasn't expecting anything to happen, and it was just nice at the end of it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened. If you guys like that story, man, please comment and tell me that you want more stories, because I have stories 4 days. And I'm probably going to tell them either way. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and we're going to be here every day. Oh, I didn't show you guys my shirt. Yeah. Yeah. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.
Tipping the scale, shawty won't fuck with a nigga to fair. I had to go ahead and cop me a fit, cause I caught me a chopper, that brand new apparel. Shawty want me to swoop down like a sparrow. I am not Superman, I am no hero. Tunnel the vision, I'm seeing through barrels. I know that they hating, I really don't care though, cause they ain't gon' say it. I know that they scared of, like, look at these niggas, like, what are they scared of? Like, look at your bitch, bro, I know that she fed up, she